Back out here again, get my fresh air, get my sunlight. So I was thinking about this, right? You know, like they say, real is red, fake is everywhere. So don't get mad when somebody's not built like you. You know, you can't. One thing I learned, you can't expect another you out of another person. It's only one of you, and it's many of them. So especially if you got certain traits, like if you have loyalty, right? You know, that's what separates you from the rest. You know, so don't get mad when a lot of other people not like you. They not loyal like you because they wasn't born like that. You know, God made all of us different. So even though we have similar body parts, but we don't have the same heart. We all have different hearts, so that's what you gotta look at. That's like everybody has eyes, right? But just because this and that person got eyes, that don't mean they see, you know, the same way you see. You know, so that's what you gotta realize. You know, so that's like if you real, you know, real is real. That's like loyalty. Loyalty is real, real is real. So fake is everywhere. It's like fake is the new real. So if you a real individual, you know, you live by your principles. You know, certain stuff you're not going to do. Certain stuff you're not going to partake in because it's against what you stand for. And see, one thing I learned, these things, it's already got to be in you. It's not on you. So I don't give a damn how much money you got, your car, your house. You can have the baddest chick in the world. I don't care what your status is, but one thing you got to realize is none of that bullshit don't make you real. And one thing I learned, you can't buy real. You know, real has got to be on the inside. So keep that in mind. That same with loyalty. Now, just because you loyal, you're going to see stuff, you know, you're going to see stuff a certain way, but the people around you, they might not have that loyalty trait. So of course they're gonna think the way you see things is weird to them, it's foreign to them because it's not in them. Now some people, they might wish they had the trait, you know, that loyalty or real trait you got, but it's just not in them. I mean, you can pretend all day to have it, but it's either you are or you ain't. You know, so keep that in mind. So people can pretend all day like they this and that, but and see, these things, these two traits, loyalty and real, like I said, it's got to be in you. It ain't about what you wearing and all that. It ain't about what you say. You know, I hear people talking real shit all day on social media, on YouTube, but when they put in certain situations, it shows you, you know, what kind of person they are. Like I said, I had relatives and buddies of mine. They was preaching all this loyalty stuff and all this real talk, but as soon as they got in a situation, as soon as they got in a tough situation, it showed that they wasn't loyal. It showed that they wasn't real. So just keep these things in mind. So Don't take none of these things personal, because like I said, you being real or you being loyal, that's what separates you from the crowd. So be proud that you got them traits. You know, some of us just got one, some of us got both them traits, but be glad that you know it's in you. Because like I said, God, he made you the way he made you for a reason. He made them the way he made them for his own reason. So, you know, that's life. You know, so that's one thing I learned. And another thing, you know, just allow people to play their positions in your life. You know, uh, like I say, stop expecting loyalty out of people that don't got a loyal bone in their body. You know, I'm gonna say that again. Stop expecting loyalty from people that don't got nail damn loyal bone in their damn body. You know, every chance they get, they show you that they disloyal. So I don't care how much you love people. I don't care if it's your family, mom, dad, cousin, aunt, whoever. You know, sister, niece, brother. Uh, I don't care how much you love these people. You know, you can't make somebody be loyal that's not if it's not in them. If it's not in somebody to be that way, you know, it's a lost cause. You wasting your time wishing and hoping on a star, because just because you that way, that don't mean that they gonna be that way. Everybody has their own mind. So like I said, people's mouths can say one thing, oh yeah, I'm loyal, I'm real, but their actions, whether it's the past, the present, or the future, it shows, you know, who they are. Anybody, like I said, talk is cheap. I said people can say ants, people can talk a good game all day. You know how they'll never do this and that, but if they have certain opportunities to do so, 9 out of 10 they do. And there's very few that, like I said, live by their principles and that wouldn't do certain things. But most, you know, will, because it's just in them to do that. That's like a woman, right? You're not gonna be able to change this woman if her past, she cheating on all her baby fathers, she cheating on her husbands, or she cheating on her boyfriends. Now, the crazy thing is, what makes you think that you're so good of a man that you're going to change her ways? Now, like I said, I'm not saying people can't change, but what makes you think you're going to be the one that change, you know, her ways? I mean, people can change, but then people can still go back to their old ways, you know. You know, that's like a dude. You see, that's one thing y'all got to do. Y'all got to lower y'all expectations of people. Y'all got to stop having all these high hopes and high expectations of people, because people will let you down. Now God won't let you down, no, but people, yeah, people will let you down. You know, you put so much trust, so much faith, and you know all this love into people, and you wonder why you get disappointed. Like I said, instead of having all these high hopes and high expectations of people, have those same, put that energy into yourself. See how much you level up. See, that's the problem as the people. We sleep on ourselves, but we always putting all these high hopes into the next man, next woman. Put them high hopes into yourself. See how far you go. Like I said, in life, that's what I learned. Bet on yourself. Stop always betting on the next man, the next woman. Stop always betting on these y'all betting on these damn celebrities that don't know y'all. Even if they did, wouldn't even give a damn about you anyway. Even if you did know them, most of them. So like I learned, the people you put on the pedestal, you put certain people on the pedestal, and that's the first mistake right there. Because you know what that's showing. That's showing them they come before you. Put yourself on that pedestal. That's like a guy, right? If y'all woman meet a guy, you can't expect him. You can't expect a guy, if he don't take care of his kids that he already has by other women. What makes you think he gonna take care of the kids that y'all about to have, if y'all do have kids? What makes you think you gonna change this man? That's my question to y'all. So don't never listen to that stuff where everybody's the same and we all equal. No, we not all the same. We not all equal. We all have different strengths, different weaknesses. And we all have things that's already in us, we was already born with. Certain people, they gonna just be fake. They're just how they are. You just can't, you can't expect real out of a fake person. You just can't do it. That's why, like they say, you gotta, don't waste your real on fake people. Don't waste your real on fake people. This is not worth it. You gotta let fake people and phony people just go on their merry way. You gotta let them, let them live their life. And see, another thing I learned, you don't gotta speak on everything you notice. Some things you just peep, charge it to the game, and keep on moving. You don't gotta acknowledge everything that you see. Sometimes you gotta play dumb, to the fool that thinks they fooling you. Cause see, a wise man can play the fool. I learned that. That's just like my family. I accept them how they are. It's family members that's always been the same since I was a kid. They just still the same now. So I don't expect them to see like I see. Just like I don't see how they see. We all have eyes, but we all see this, different. Certain traits I have, they don't have, and that's cool. Now I leave it at that. I'm not gonna try to stress. See, this is what I used to do. I try to get people to see my point of view all the time, and it just, like I said, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. You can be putting that time and energy into something else, but you can't force people to be what they're not. That's one thing I'm gonna say. People gonna be them regardless, 7 days a week, 365. So just let people play their position in your life. So people that you know that's not loyal, don't put them in those situations where, okay, they gotta be loyal to you, because you already know they don't have that trait. They don't have that loyal bone in their body. So just let people play their positions. People that you just laugh with, like associates and stuff like that, keep them as that. So we all, that's one thing I learned. People that's in your life that's playing certain positions, just let them play their position, especially if they playing their position well. Okay, let them play their position and just, keep it moving. Stop trying to paint people what you want them to be instead of what they are. That's like if you a man, right? That's like if you know strippers or whoever, and you going just to see them for pleasure. Now, okay, if they playing that position well, keep it as that. Don't try to make them be loyal to you when they not loyal, to save their life. Don't try to make them a housewife. In other words, like they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So if you just seeing certain people for pleasure in your life, leave it as that. If they don't have none of these characteristics that you're looking for in a relationship or for a marriage, just leave it as what it is. See, that's our problem with people. We try to make people be things that they're not. So if you know a person is fake and phony, stop trying to make them be real. Stop trying to make them be like you, because it's not going to happen. You're wasting your time. Yeah, you'll come across a select few that might have some of the same traits as you. But that's very few. That is rare. But like I said, fake, you can find fake all around. One thing I learned about loyalty is tough to locate. It seems like everybody's so fake. Same with real. Real is tough to locate, And I'm talking about, like I said, people that's really walking it. I'm not talking about people that just talking these things. Any you can find anybody to talk it all day. That's talk is cheap. Anything that you claim to be, one thing I learned, it's got to be a lifestyle. So that's like fitness. If you in the fitness, that's got to be a lifestyle. That just can't be something you do when you feel like it or once a year. Whatever you claim to be, you got to be into it. You real. You got to be real every day. You know, 7 days a week, 365, 24/7, if that's what you claim to be. And you not only walk it, but you talk it. You know, you live you claim to live a loyalty lifestyle, but okay. If so, you gotta walk that stuff every day. You know, not just when you feel like it or when it benefits you. Cause see, them tough situations show you who people really are. You know, when opportunity comes, it shows you who's who. So that's why I say sometimes you gotta reevaluate your relationships with people. You know, whether it's your friends, family, significant other, husband, wife, you know, spouse, whatever you want to call it, associate. You gotta put people through certain tests. Cause one thing I'm gonna tell y'all, if you want to advance somebody to the next level, if you want to take somebody, okay, from associate uh, to your friend, you got to put them through certain tests. You don't just get these people these positions. You know, it's like a job or career. They not gonna just give you the job here. Nah, they gonna put you through tests. They gonna make you take written tests, examinations, urine tests, all that. And they gonna make you take a physical. You know, you gotta fill out paperwork, and you still gonna have a 90-day probation period. You know, 90 days. You know, that's about 3 months where they really closely watching you. So you gotta do that with your circle to see who's who sometimes. So y'all hear me out. These things are really important. You know, like I said, with growth, age, and maturity, I found these things out. You know, if you trying to advance, if you trying to advance, like I said, see, say you dating a woman, right? Y'all knew each other. Say y'all knew each other for a while. Y'all met online or wherever y'all met, and things are starting to really turn up between y'all. But say if okay, you really feeling all that. Say if you want to be real good friends with her, or even you want this woman to be your girlfriend, or even your wife one day. And if first, what you want, you know, first what I advise you to do, like my grandmother said, you gotta be friends first. So make sure y'all real good friends first. And if things going good, okay, upgrade her to upgrade her down the line, upgrade her to your girlfriend, and then if she do good and you know have the characteristics you looking for, then you upgrade to the wifey status. So that's how you do. But like I say, it's levels to stuff. You don't just get nobody no position. You make them earn the position. Y'all dudes, like, y'all gotta really tighten up and start getting more strict, on these women. Y'all going just off for looks or whatever. You gotta start asking a woman, okay, what else do you bring to the table other than your looks, other than your your body. Can you cook? Are you good with the kids? Stuff like that. Where is she at personality wise? These are things These are things you gotta ask yourself. Ask her too. Because shit, if all she bring is a damn all she bring is good looks and a nice body and a damn funky ass attitude, then shit, you can find that anywhere. That ain't hard to find. But you just don't wife up any old woman. You gotta, like I said, put her through certain tests to see can she stand, can she stand the rain. You gotta test people's loyalty, test their realness, see where they at. Then you make the decision whether to keep them in the same position or to level them up. That's like in life. When you're going through life and you about to level up, you gonna go through some tests. God gonna put you through some tests. You think you just gonna level up and achieve certain things and you don't go through nothing? Shit, I don't know who told y'all that lie. But yeah, you gonna go through certain things. Now that's life. Like I said, without storms, without the rain, you wouldn't appreciate the sunshine. So keep that in mind. That's like I asked a woman. You can look good. You can look good all day, but is you loyal? That's what I asked. I mean, you can tell me anything, but like I say, I'm gonna put you through certain tests to see. And when you putting people through these tests, don't even tell them that you watching. Just sit back and look at them. It's like in school, how the teacher is silent during the test. So you got to be like that when you testing these people in your life. Whether you saying, okay, do I keep them at the same level, or sometimes you might have to degrade certain people. You might have to downgrade, their position that they play in your life. That's how life goes. If they slacking on their position that they playing for you, then you might have to take the position and give to somebody else, or you might have to put them in a lower position in your life. Whatever suits you best. But like I said, you are in control of your life, so you got to be the CEO. You got to be the CEO, so you got to hire, you got to fire. As you see fit. You might have an associate. They might fuck up, so you might have to cut them completely off as an associate because they did some stuff that ain't no forgiving, ain't no turning back from. That's how it is. That's same if you got a wife, right? If she not playing her role as she should, if she falling off, then you might have to pull her to the side and see what's up. You might have to take her off that position and hey, you might have to give it the position to somebody else who appreciates the position, because you got many people that they in positions they don't appreciate. You can tell by how they move, showing you that they don't appreciate the position in your life. So what you got to do, you got to cut them off. And you got to cut off the benefits that come with that position too. You got to cut off. You got to cut off their access to you. One thing I learned, you gotta let people know it's a privilege to have access to you. You know, to have access to your life. You gotta let them know it's a privilege. If they not appreciating or cherishing that privilege, they gotta go. Cause best believe it's somebody that will appreciate the position that they are taking for granted. You know, so keep that in mind. So when they start taking their role in your life for granted, you know, I don't care if y'all just you know, even talking to you should even be a privilege. So if they taking that for granted, you know, hey, get that role to somebody else who will appreciate it. Yeah, so in life you must test people, you know, to see. Sometimes you got to do that to see where you stand with people, because certain situations gonna reveal where you stand with people. You know, their mouth can say anything, but situations reveals all. So if somebody carrying themselves like they don't give a damn, you know, they don't give a damn about being in your life, then hey, you gotta carry that same attitude and disassociate yourself from them. And see, one thing I learned, people know what they doing, so people not stupid as you think. Yeah, people know exactly what they doing. You know, one thing my grandma would say, people don't gotta be told. They know what they do. You know, they know if they call you, they know if they don't call you, they know if they check on you. Uh, they know, like I said, people know. They know if they only call and check on you when it benefits them. So that's why you gotta ask yourself, are they around because you're beneficial to them, or are they around because you're official? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Because everybody has their reasons why they're around you. And like I said, their behaviors and their actions will tell you all this. So you don't gotta waste your time asking them, because they'll tell you any old thing. And people tell you any old thing, but like I said, their actions will let you know everything you need to know. Same with the energy. You know, you can tell when stuff is off. So if energy telling you something wrong in your gut instinct, 9 out of 10 something is off. So if stuff don't feel normal, it ain't normal. That's why I say you must reevaluate your position in people's lives. You got to reevaluate their position in your life, you know, from time to time. You got to do these things. You don't want to end up looking stupid. You know, you don't want to be wasting your time being real with them, but they being fake with you the whole time. You know, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your loyalty on a disloyalty motherfucker. So if they showing you that they disloyal, hey, You keep it moving. Cut them off, keep it moving, you know. And another thing I learned, see, the more realer you are, the less people are going to be around you. You know, if you notice, the most realest people don't have many friends. Because soon as you start kicking real shit, soon as you start kicking real shit, you notice how a lot of people would start venturing off from you because why? They used to hanging around people to tell them shit they want to hear. You know, why you think they mad at people like Kevin Samuels and other people? Because he telling you the brutal honest truth, and yeah, it's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. So that's the thing about a real person. They might not tell you what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And then another thing with that, you might not want to hear what the person's saying at the time, but later on down the line, you be like, oh, okay, I know why this and that person said this and that to me. So when you have that type of understanding, that's where growth comes in. That's where maturity comes in. Yeah, you know, time to time, check your circle. You know, and see what type of time they on. And then you move accordingly, whether you need to upgrade their position, whether you had to take it, you know, from and make it vacant until somebody else that fits that position, you know, comes along, or whether you just have to, you know, whether you have to downsize their position into another position. Maybe it might fit into another position in your life. You know, we all have people around for different reasons. You know, some people you just want to laugh with. Some people, okay, you just want to hang out with and have a good time. Some you might want, you know, some you might want more with. Some you might want to build with and chill with. So, you know, everybody got a purpose in your life. That's how you gotta look at it. You know, you gotta set out everybody to have a purpose in your life. You know, I don't just want a person around me just because. I want you to have a purpose in my life. Same with a woman, you know. I like to have a good woman in my corner, you know, to give me certain advice on certain things sometimes. You know, some woman I can, hey, some woman I can kick it with. I can watch a movie with. We can talk, make jokes, you know, giggle and laugh together. I mean, so like I said, everybody has a purpose in my life. You know, like they say, the realest people don't have a lot of friends. So you gotta ask yourself, if you find yourself with a lot of friends, you can't be too real, because people, they like hanging around people in general that tell them what they like to hear and then modify that bad behavior. So the majority of people, if you start kicking real shit to them, they gonna get away from you because uh, a good number of people, they want yes men around them. They don't want people that's gonna tell them about themselves or tell them to check their behavior or to check their attitude. They don't want that. It's the same with you can find the same with some wealthy people, some rich people, some celebrities. They have these entourages, but it won't be their real friends. It'll be a bunch of yes men and yes women. It'll be a bunch of people around them, kissing their ass and agreeing with every damn thing they say, because they might be doing some things to these, for these people. They might be feeding them. They might be putting money in their pocket, stuff like that. So to secure their role they have in these celebrities or athletes or whoever, to secure their role they have in their life, they're gonna have to be a yes person, because they know if they tell this person what they don't want to hear, they got a good chance of their food supply being cut off. And when you don't know how to feed yourself, these are things you find yourself doing. You look at all the people in history that stood for something. They didn't have many friends. You look at Martin Luther King, he stood for something. Tupac, he stood for something. The list goes on. Like I said, they had a vision, but they had a lot of people against them because they stood for something. Malcolm X, the list goes on. I go on and on. And see, that's the thing that separated them. They saw the way they saw life the way they saw it, and they stood on what they stood on. They died for what they believed in. That's another thing about being real and standing for something. A person that's real and stands for something, they're not gonna fall for just anything. They're gonna stand on stuff, whether it's their words, their principles. They're gonna stand on their just like loyalty. People that got their loyalty trait, they're gonna stand on that. And these things, like I say, they can't be bought. I mean, you can teach a person all day. You can't even teach it. You can teach it, but it's not gonna make much a difference, because if it's not in the person, it's just not in them. It's not in them to be real. If it's not in them to be loyal. If it's not in a person to be a wife, if it's not in a person to be a husband, I mean, they just not going to be that. You can talk to them until you blue in the face. That's not going to make a difference. It's got to be in these people that want to do stuff. At the end of the day, it's also a choice. We all have choices in life, so we all got choices. Like I said, it's either you do good or bad, because you can't do both at the same time, like my dad always said. Same with the real and fake stuff. You can't be real and fake at the same time. You're only gonna be one. You can portray to be something all you want. A lot of people do that. That seems like righteous. You know, you can't expect righteousness out of a man or woman that ain't, you know, it ain't, if it ain't in them to be righteous. You know, it's just, that's life. You gotta accept people and see them for what they are, and accept them for what they are. You know, so you can't force a prostitute to be a housewife. It's not gonna happen. That's what I learned. You know, family included. I mean, I accept people, hey, as they are. And that's another thing I'm gonna tell y'all. You can't change people, but you can change how you deal with them. So that's like family, anyone else. Uh, you can change how you deal with people. You know, you don't got to go around them as much. You probably can, like I said, cut down on going around them if they doing stuff you don't like. You cut down your visits to going to see them. You know, don't see them as much. Don't call them as much. Like I tell y'all, this your life, so you got to cut anything out that's going to get in the way of your peace, get in the way of your happiness, get in the way of your sanity. You know, you gotta there's things you gotta do for you. You can't give people the excuse, oh, that's my mom, that's my dad, and oh no, I can't, shit. Like I said, toxic is toxic, so people know what they doing. People old enough to know what they doing. People are not 1 and 2 years old. They fully know what they doing, so people do what you allow them to do. So what you allow is what will continue. And like I said, if you don't say stuff at the first sight of things, if you don't acknowledge, you know, if you don't check stuff early on, then it's gonna only get worse down the road. You know, you give a person an inch, they'll take a damn mile. Yeah, like I said, you cannot that's like a snake. You know, you can't force a snake to be loyal to you. I mean, they're a snake. They gonna shed their skin, and they gonna bite you soon as you turn your back. When you least expect it. That's what snakes do. So you can't expect you can't paint a snake to be an angel, because it's not gonna happen. You know, that same like a thief. You know, a thief gonna steal, so that's why when people they know somebody steals, they don't leave them in their house. They don't leave them in their house alone. They watch them closely, and they don't leave nothing real valuable, like money and all that. They don't leave that around them, because what, they steal. So no matter, it can be even somebody in your family, somebody you love a lot, but if they're a thief, they're a thief. They gonna steal from you. So they got sticky fingers. That's what they do. That's in their nature. But see, the thing is, people will be so blind to the fact. They'd be like, oh, they not like that, knowing they like that, but they'll try to make excuse for this person because they cool with them or it's because they family. You gotta cut that out as a people and call stuff like it is. No matter who it is, call it like it is. Call a thief, call a snake. Call a cheater. That's same like a cheater. You can't expect a cheater to be loyal. It's just not in them to do it. So you gotta expect them to do what they always done. Expect them to cheat. So if you with these people, don't be expecting to change them. They gotta want to change. Themselves. You can't force nobody to change. Like I said, if somebody don't want to change, 9 out of 10 they're not. That's same with a liar. A person that's a chronic liar just lies about every little thing, lies about stupid stuff. You can't expect a liar to tell you the truth. Expect a liar to just lie about everything. Just expect that out of them. So when people show you who they are, believe them. Thing is, some people we love so much and we want them to be this and that, but they're not what we want them to be. So sometimes we'll try to paint a different picture of them, but it's still going to turn out the same. The picture is still going to turn out as they are. You just gotta, like I said, just accept people as they are. And like I said, if you don't want to deal with them no more, then just don't deal with them. But don't think arguing with them is going to change them. That's not going to change nobody. Arguing, that's just going to get you upset. That's just going to stress you out, and that's going to land you in the ground or in the hospital quicker than you know it. So that's like your point of view. You had your point of view. That's your point of view. Whether it's fact or fiction, you can't get mad because somebody else don't see your point of view. We all have brains, but common sense ain't common. So just because you think one way, that don't mean they gonna think the same way. You gotta be okay with this difference of opinion. I don't care if you in a merged relationship, same with that. Y'all are not gonna agree with everything. You gotta be okay with that. See, if a person has to see everything how you see it and agree with everything that you say, then I don't know what to tell you. That sound like some robot stuff, like control stuff. Like, that's narcissist mess. So whatever your relationship with a person is, you just gotta accept difference of opinion. Y'all not gonna agree on everything, and you gotta be okay with that. You know? Like I said, all that arguing and try to bad. That's like if a person don't know the truth, but you know the truth about something, and you just trying to bash the truth into their head, but you stretch yourself out because they don't see the same way you see. You gotta let that stuff go. If a person not trying to see what you're trying to show them, hey, be done with it. You gotta protect your peace. Protect your energy. Don't get so obsessed. Don't get so obsessed with being right all the time that you gotta stretch yourself out to prove a point. You don't gotta do that. That's how I used to be, and I had to learn. It's not the way to go. Sometimes you gotta accept the fact, even if you are right, you the one right in the matter. You gotta accept the fact that, like I said before, some people are just committed to misunderstanding you. So everybody's not gonna understand you. Everybody's not gonna understand your vision. Everybody's not gonna understand how you see things. So you gotta be okay with that. Don't stress yourself out about it, because that's just another headache for you. Yeah, all of us are built different. We're not built the same, and be thankful that you are built different. Like they say, like that post said, they laugh at me because I'm different, but I laugh at them because they're all the same. So, and I always keep that in mind. So, like I said, if you're different from them, yeah, they're gonna laugh, but you can't stress yourself out about that. You can't change everybody's perception of you. Some people always gonna see you one way, and hey, you gotta be cool with that. If you used to be on drugs, some people that's how they gonna always see you. No matter how clean you get, that's how they always gonna see you, as the druggie. If you used to be a drunk, but now you don't drink no more as much, or you don't drink at all, some people, they always gonna see that version of you. And then, like I say, when you leveling up, they gonna throw that stuff in your face. Oh yeah, you used to be on drugs, you used to be a drunk. So you can't let this stuff bother you. So all these sticks and stones they throwing at you, just keep them things, keep all that to build your empire. Keep all the words they throwing your way. Keep all that. Keep all that to build your empire. So at the end of the road, you can laugh at them and say, "Ha ha, I made it." And thank them for giving you the motivation for talking stupid and negative down, to you. Thank them. And then smile so you can piss them off. And that's what you do. Because some people, no matter how good you're doing in life, no matter how bad you're doing, some people just gonna see you one way. And you gotta be cool with that. Like I learned in life, we all fake to somebody, we all not shit to somebody, we're all broke to somebody. So You can't worry about them things. You got to keep on doing what you got to do for you and yours, and just keep on leveling up, keep on getting better. That's all you do. You know, don't stress yourself out about opinions of other people. I don't care if they family or whoever, but damn their opinions. You know, everybody gonna have opinion. That's life. So everybody gonna have opinion. Like I say, some people just gonna see you always one way. You know, nothing you can do about that. That's like if you wasn't a good father to your kids, but later on in life, you catching up with your kids, and you are an amazing father. Now your baby mothers, they might only see you being that no good nothing father, you know, that you was back then. No matter how much good of a father or dad you are your kids now, they will always see you as being how you was back then. You know, same way if you're a mother. Now, same. You know, for the mothers out there. You know, some mothers wasn't really in their kids' life in the beginning, but some mothers try as time go on to catch up and try to build bonds with their kids as time go on. But some people will always see you as that no good mother that never spent time with your kids. You know, so yeah, people can change. I mean, everybody don't change, but if a person wants to change, some people can, you know. But yeah, it's people that just always gonna see you one way. And like I said, you got mothers and fathers. There was always good mothers and fathers to their kids. Shout out to them, you know. But even for the good mothers and fathers, it's even people that would say they're not good mothers and fathers. So we owe something to somebody. I mean, so you can't really worry about everybody's opinion, because everybody gonna have opinion about you. And the thing you do is don't let people's opinion define you. Especially if you know it's not true. If you know that's not you no more, don't worry about them bringing up your past. Damn that. Because only reason they bringing up your past is because they can't handle how you are now in the present. They can't handle you in the future, so they gotta bring your past and throw that in your face. And maybe they seeing something in you that they wish they had in them. They might see that you're a good wife to your husband. They might see that you're a good husband to your wife. They will envy that because they're not that to the people they with. You might be a good girlfriend, good boyfriend to your significant other. They will envy that because maybe, hey, you might be what they want to be, but they can't because what? It's not in them to be that. You know, that's your gift that you have. It's already in you. So the ones that's envying you, they can't seem to grasp that. That's like if you real or you loyal. If you got them traits, you're gonna piss fake people off because some of them wish some of them wish they had the traits you had, but it's just not possible because why? It's not in them, and they just think, okay, maybe my clothes make me real, maybe my money, jewelry, or cars, or this and that, but they forgetting that, you know, real is on the inside. It's not on the outside. You can't wear real, and real really doesn't have a look. So when people talk about, oh, you can't really judge off looks all the time because looks can be deceiving. Somebody can look real, but can be fake on the inside. Some people can look real on the outside and real online and all that, but be fake as hell on the inside. You have a lot of fake prophets that just got the gift for gab and they just talk and they just know what to say and they don't mean nothing they saying. So keep in mind for all for that. False prophets. So that's why I say instead of getting mad, I don't even get mad. I used to get mad because people ain't see how I saw. Because people ain't, they wasn't real like I'm real, or they not, they don't have a trait of loyalty. But it's like I'm glad, because that's one of a kind type of characteristics that you can have. So if you have any of them characteristics, shit, you blessed. Yeah, stuff got to be in you. And some things, like I say, some things you can't be told or taught. Some things you just got to find out. You can tell a person all day, you can teach a person all day, but if it's not in them to do that on the inside, chances are they're not going to do that. You can tell a liar all day to tell the truth, but if they don't got no intentions of telling the truth, they gonna keep on lying. You can tell a fake person to be real all day, but if like I said, they don't got no intentions of being real, or if they not seeing how you seeing, then chances are it's not gonna happen. It's just in them to be fake. It's in them to be phony. It just so happens it's just in you to be real. It's just in you to be one of them loyal people, you know, one of a kind people like that. So see, don't even get mad when people are not like you. Hey, be glad. Be glad that you was blessed with the traits and characteristics, because everybody, I tell you, a lot of people, it's people that wish they did have what you have on the inside. You might not have what they have on the outside, you know, but some people might deep down they would trade in their stuff to have the heart you have, you know, to have the realness you have. There's people that have stuff, they would trade in all that stuff to have what you have, you know. That's why I learned the more really you are, and the more woke you are, the more fake the world will appear to you. We live in a fake world, so like I said, real people are nearly extinct. Lord, just like loyalty, that's nearly extinct. So if you got any of them characteristics or all them characteristics, shit, you winning. You winning and you don't even know it. See, them I look at as blessings. Yeah, I look at them things as blessings. So that's why I say I don't even expect a person to be like me or to see things how I see, or I just don't. One thing I learned, I'm me and they are them. We're not all the same. So yeah, I take people for, like I said, what they are and what they're not. So like I said, just telling somebody something is not gonna do no justice. You telling a woman that don't want to get married that she need to be a wife. Like I said, it might not be in her to be no wife, so you wasting your time telling her. If she want to do her thing and be single, you gotta let people do them. Same with a dude. If a dude don't got no intentions of being married, and it may not be in him to be a husband, hey, like I said, everybody's different. So that's why I say everybody, that's what separates us. Because like I said, if we was all the same, what would be the point of us even being here on earth? So we had these things that separates us: real, fake, righteousness, loyalty, what else? Loyalty, disloyalty, stuff like that. These are things that separates us. So I laugh when people talk about, oh, we all the same. No, we're not all the same. That sounds stupid. So I'm gonna end on that note. I'll catch y'all later. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Get in the comments, tell me what you think. Peace.